say a few of them. I think I'm going to go one. I think I only have Kelly's. Okay, Boom on defense, Talon on attack.
So I'm expecting Talon to have a lot of good reads.
Yeah, the only change
Maybe I need to turn the in-game up.
Otherwise, keeping things mostly same, and they have had a really strong group performance from back in stage 1. Let's see how they will do right here, right now. Starting things off on the defensive side. Boom. 3 on towards A.
Dude, not shooting the Fade Eye? I mean, that's just free control. They do have 3 on site though. Fade Eye over towards long, so Rotate can come in.
Ooh, a lot of utility already traded. You also got the snake bite, but
Dude,
just stays inside of it. Great shot
the Molly
towards
smoke
thigh,
was
but
such
also
perfect timing.
assault coming out from Showers, Cruz, and Primi taking one for their own. But Boom continues to hold down.
They're kind of low though, 10, 48, 88.
The flank to eventually come from NC Slasher. I'm wondering how long does Famous wait for this one, but he wants to go out. It's a Sheriff, it's no util.
Oh, Cruz suspects something as well. Doesn't see that there are that many players on the site itself, so somewhat aware
if the comms are good, he knows exactly
position,
where he is.
and he should be marking it really soon. There it is, and it's just Famous left. 1v3. He does have a Sheriff, but it's not going to be the simplest of equations. He has to find and isolate every single angle. Does eliminate the first, but where have the rest of Talon gone to? Jit Boys inside of Showers. You got Cruz back inside Lamps as well, and it's all over the place. He
nicely done from Talon. Primi did really good to get a kill on 10.
Yeah, that 1v3 was always going to be difficult for Famous to come there. When you're waiting for that long of time, you kind of expect that there is going to be a bit of a flank to come through. So just really good heads-up plays to come out from Talon and how they're navigating this one. When you think of DOS9 on this map as well, I've always been just impressed by how he navigates this map. You know, old team and new team in Boom.
Just about the Fade Eye, there's no difference on LAN. I wonder why it
early stages, right? It is the opening map for the opening series in a stage for Boom where they have to remember, Quack, while we have this timeout here, the Ascension position. Right? They have a lot of difference thrown on their shoulders here.
We had Mardy.
Like
yeah, let's go into that.
Mardy with the 2 months, thank you, the tier 1 Mitch. Thank you.
It's day 1. Things
my belly button apparently with the 25 months.
They
Dude,
have
25
to make it all the way through to champs if they are to stay in
Why are you saying
Pacific.
you hope that there's tech boys on the 18-hour day? That's crazy for me. Calvin,
don't even do that at
all.
all.
Thank you for the 33 months. We got Atroix, Salamate with the Prime. Thank you so much. And we got Lost and Irish Mamba as well.
Yeah, well, what I think against them and T1, they have managed to get some good victories against them. Imagine, you know, well, no, you don't need to imagine. You throw it back to Kickoff specifically, and Bind is a map that they actually faced off against each other.
early on, it's not great.
Back then. So it was a good 13-8 victory for Boom Esports. Again, that's why I'm saying coming into this series here, Quack, it is not a surprise.
Yeah, Sonya should just lean into the ranked agents
for sure. Boom here. It is a very comfort pick map of theirs. I was kind of wondering, well, what are they going to look to ban instead, right? Because they'd had that perma ban of Split.
Yeah, let me turn it down here slightly.
Into this stage, and I'm kind of wondering, well,
dude, I watched some of the America stuff.
You weren't really banning that
the Plat Chat after I left.
By you guys or first by your opponent, so it was always a secondary type ban. So it kind of aligns that Sunset
they took 2 hours to do what we did in an hour for the other regions.
They want to go
crazy.
through the route of kind of banning what they think their opponents are going to be strong.
Bren was on one. Bren was really on one. And like I get that some of the teams go into EWC are like at an advantage, but Bren, you gotta relax, man. Like they're at a bit of a disadvantage, and then like within a week they've caught up. They're fine.
Historically, his Viper's always been great. Right? Always been
he was acting like they were done for champs and stuff.
Was adopting and learning with the shift of the meta in Valorant, and I think the way that he actually employed the Vice in the games that they played against T1, against Nongshim, for example, he's getting dirty with the kills. He's getting a lot of information, but also the traps.
Yeah, I know. He's a G2 and Sen should be first and second.
Looking at it that why have they moved on to the Viper, right? Are they kind of hinting?
He might have a point about G2 because they might have a stand-in and they might take their foot off the pedal, but at the same time, I just don't think you could ever put him lower than third. And even third just seems crazy because I just don't think you can. I just don't think you can put anyone above them.
Well, they kind
apart
of keep
from Sentinels,
and even then, right? They keep the same recipe here, so to speak, of for the agents and just changing the Viper for the and the Vice.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, it will be similar delay antics at the very least with an agent like this.
The rumor standing for Demon 1 is a great chance for Demon. Dude, nice, dude. I got the conductor hat on.
It is a current gear situation on the stage, so we'll kind of wait for that to get ironed out. But yeah, boom. You know,
it's a great pickup from both teams. It's like a great pickup from both teams. That if the stand-in is Demon 1, like Demon 1's best chance to prove that he's not the problem, which I will say it's starting to look like he is the problem. So he definitely needs a chance to prove that he's not.
Oh yeah,
and then he's back with Jorgamos. If they go double duelist, is perfect. And then, in theory, Anders is a big Chamber Vice believer, even though we didn't see it at Toronto. But I would also feel, if I was the coaches of G2, I would feel very guilty. And again, I don't know this, but I imagine Anders was pushing pretty heavy for Vice Chamber, because I think it was like, I'm not saying obvious, but I think it's very strong, and I've heard him say that it's strong and he likes that. So for them to not really play it felt a little crazy, so maybe they ignored his advice, and now they're into champs already, so maybe they lean heavy into his advice. I think they might play a lot of Chamber Vice. And honestly, if they listen to Anders, I think they will. I mean, I really strongly think they would have done a lot better at Toronto. I'm kind of just guessing also. I don't know anything.
That's absolutely right.
The Demon 1 could then just be on second duelist or Chamber. It's really good for him. Great Badger with the tier 1. Thank you for the 27 months. Thank you.
Traditional. You do have the raise, but it's
Garlic Bread Val as well with 25 months. Thank you so much.
Then you've got the Astra. Primi
on the Deadlock. Thank you for sending the
definitely intriguing, just because you don't see them on these agents. You don't even see these agents too much.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a Talon-esque composition, right? They are the... I don't really want to call
Gravwell sees with the raise, perhaps.
Chamber Vice. But this specific they just combo so well everywhere, right? But on attack, this is like a TLDR, that there's way more that goes into it. On attack, they both kind of combine into one initiator. Right, they both have the trip, which can clear like a big amount of space, and then they have like the flash. So together, that util is like good enough for it to be an extra initiator. And then on defense, the wall is like the hardest thing teams have ever come up against. Right, even when you know the wall's there, you have to trigger it with a person, and then majority of the time, if you can then have a chamber that is in front of it, breaking everything. But basically, to break the wall, you have to default, and then a lot of times it's very hard, or you got to use more util to default against the chamber. And then there's just loads of little things you could do. You could have a wall here, you could have the trip behind, you could have a wall here one round, then the chamber there the next. It's very, very strong. And if you think that most people are countering a Vice wall with a Yoru clone, you can have a chamber that can play in front of it and break a clone, and that wall stays up. And then, yeah, you could think the wall's here, but then there's a chamber here. It's very strong at the moment. Chamber was very underrated as well for a little bit. In pro play, it's still insane to be able to TP out of a position.
But at the same time, you kind of mentioned it all. The players, we do need to see them pop off. And
the tech pause, yeah.
While we just kind of
looks like it's a
every
long
single
one.
point that we've kind of researched and built up throughout this Quackmoto podcast, while the tech pause continues sorting itself out. Yes, I do want to touch on this as well. Primi versus Famous. I mean, how do you think that's going to shake up? Famous, he's known for his op kills all the way back at stage 1. Primi, on the other hand, I guess, he's hovering around the middle somewhat. He does have his performances here and there. He was an early adopter
Let's see how long it lasts for.
Apart from that,
hey, I will say, you know how EMEA got all those tech issues? EWC was all online, so they actually ended up getting like 3 extra weeks of practice online, ready for EWC. So it kind of worked out. Not super surprised there was 2 EMEA teams in the final. And it's all been played online anyway. They got that extra practice, and they're actually warming them up for that.
Is going to be key for this team, where Primi, you're not necessarily needing to see that, right? He's going to be that crosshair placement, he's going to be that headshot accuracy, he's going to be that first bullet, prime, locked and loaded. So I'm seeing these sort of differences, and in this veto right now for Bind and Icebox, how much is Famous going to be able to get out and operate?
EWC had tech pauses also.
Towards this raise. On the defensive side, sure. On the attacking
side,
I
mean, that probably happens.
Maybe not.
That's always happening in
Meanwhile, if we're talking about the attacking side for
off-season
Talon,
events.
Again, Ice back on Thigh. He's on the raise. So far, yeah, I guess it's pretty decent. Again,
it's rare to get an off-season event that runs properly.
The first raise to come out from Thai. He's a god! No.
We gotta see him more, a lot more.
Yeah, we definitely have to wait and see how he's going to just contribute to this roster for this.
Who do I have for this game? I have Talon for this game. I have Talon winning both their games.
Scenario, or if they're figuring out
I think Talon do well here, to be honest. I kind of like this lineup.
I'd kind of question it, because why do you pull Primi off the duelist? We've seen Thai be a pretty, kind of stable controller player.
IHNWTL, thank you so much for the 19 months. Appreciate the prime, thank you.
Out the Sentinel with your Cypher Killjoy, and albeit
both, there's only 2. I mean, it's super weak for America, for Pacific.
At least when they swap sides still, duelist Sentinels, they do need to have that.
You think EWC is bigger than Masters? It's not bigger than Masters, but it's also,
yeah, we're just getting a bit of
as much as
from production here for everybody
they have a lot of issues, like politically and just as an event. The prize money means that it's a good tournament, but it's not. It's not on par with any of the Masters. Like no one's going to look back at it and include it on the same level as the Masters. But the players will all be going for it because the prize money is crazy.
That's what Pacific is known for. It's Masters winners,
and tech balls.
I don't know Gots with the 15 months. Thank you.
On day 1 at the very least. After day 1, it's going to be smooth sailing. I'm totally not jinxing Achilles and Paper Thin when they do come back on the desk.
Floofy,
today,
right? Floofy as well with the prime. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Up and then they can just have like
Is Primi still the best mechanically on Talent? I think so.
But no
people rate Primi as one of the best mechanically, kind of full stop. So
only bangers on Split is
I would say the Killua's mechanics are pretty legit as well.
It doesn't work.
Ride with the prime. Thank you so much for the 16 months. Thank you.
It just doesn't hit the same.
No, it doesn't. Does it? It just does not.
Lock-in versus EWC. I mean, one was a LAN, and the other one was played online. I get the comparison. Single. I mean, they both had multiple faults, but I would say that EWC has way more faults. One's played on 0 ping, the other one's played on 40 ping. One's best of ones with singular limb. One is only singular limb. Like, I get what you're trying to reach for, but you are reaching. Better teams though. I will say that EWC have better teams in terms of the quality. Everyone was a shocker at lock-in.
So I think that's a bit of a wise decision from them to remove that, but I'm also thinking we did see Boom change their comp after that Ascent play as well. So
only 1 round was best of ones. Yeah, but you gotta. We teleported back to Champs 20. Like the only one that you can kind of argue with is like Champs 2021. That was singular limb. That was pretty rough.
Flexible period of these teams.
I can't believe we're teleporting back 4 years.
A couple of niche compositions that will specifically work for them before we ultimately define what this quote-unquote new meta and stable meta is going to be. Because if I look at this,
4 teams per region, rosters,
yeah. I'm probably thinking
Elias Lua, right? Or Elias Lu?
A little bit more stable than Talent.
10 with the prime. Thank you with the 4 months. Thank you.
Just like how that chair is for Coach Six Fingers.
Well, CS Mages a singular limb. Yeah, I don't like it, but
yeah, you're absolutely right.
I would say that CS is a different game though. Like CS, there's way more variables, which means that the underdog has way less chance of winning.
This is when teams get to be the most creative. Just like what Big Time was saying.
I'll add another beginning in there that is going to be a touchy.
I think in Valorant you have to have double limb
for a team like Boom. If they don't deliver, they're gone.
And I think that's proven by the amount of teams that win from lower bracket.
I'm not really sure. Maybe they're going back in. Got my fingers crossed. The music's kind of... No, it's not.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure most people in CS don't like the singular limb.
Yeah, we'll see.
And normally, I get a little bit sick of Valorant when it's like the same meta. Like 2023, I got a little sick of Valorant because I'm watching Fnatic play Lotus, and they're like 13-0 up on a map, and honestly, they should be like at least 10-3. Like they should have at least lost 3 games. And how it took people 18 games of them playing Lotus to buy an Odin on defense, even though I'm literally shouting on my stream, is beyond me. And then we finally see it. But it's just like that annoyed me, to be honest. I was sick of Valorant there.
원래 사람들이 가장 나쁜 것만 기억잘하거든요. 정확히 말하면 이스탄불. 근데 그때 너무 징징거리셨어. 인정하시나요?
13-0 is a win. I'm talking about the amount of times they played the map.
그 전부터 계속 그러셨어요.
Took until champs for people to work it out.
저랑 같이 살 때 어땠어요?
Lu Yu with the Prime. Thank you for the 13 months. Fnatic still use their 2023 comp on Lotus. Yeah, and you'll see most teams will buy an Odin and go aggro on attack.
별로 꺼리낌이 없는 취향이 좀 잘 맞게. 내가 이제 이거 시키면은 갑자기 사이드를 싹 그런 느낌. 그거 좀 편했죠.
Or at least go aggro A majority of the time. What was the favorite meta to watch? I personally enjoyed the Sky meta, just because it was more mini-map based. Hopefully Abyss comes back with some changes. I think it's going to be the same, but maybe. The problem is you need to change too much of the map to make it better. Deaf Guys with the Prime, appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for that. And in YouTube chat, Trianch, right? Is this how I say your name? Hello, mate. Thank you for doing that, dude. In the YouTube chat, I appreciate that. Trianch, I'm pretty sure that's right. Thank you, dude. We back?
We're back!
We're back.
We're back! We've kicked all the goblins out, the PC solved, we're back into the
Samira,
game.
thank you for the Prime as well. Thank you for that.
Starts.
Yeah, it's a good thing, because I don't have too much depth on one pistol round, but...
Yeah, he can't do too much.
Let's just get back into this one.
He's not wrong. Okay, they get a Sheriff on defense. We got 1-0 for the pistols for Talon. And hold up. We got a 4-person insta stack.
So coming in towards this anti-eco round now.
And they might be right. Obviously, they can TP out of there.
Yeah, they've guessed correctly.
Nice shot. Knife goes over towards shorts or nothing. Yeah, and with the knife hitting nothing and them getting the pick, they decide to go over towards A. They did great to dodge the little trap play that was over towards long as well.
Gunless player on the other side, right? So for Thai, get some damage, get some confidence on this Raze play. Meanwhile for Talon into the A side.
Yeah, good checks, but now it's Shiro. Playing sneaky. Inside of the smoke, the spike does get planted. He's trying to...
You like the post-Hero meta so far? I mean, in theory, this should be the best the meta's ever been, because it's the most open. Double controller, double duelist, double sentinel. Some double initiator, but I think it's map dependent.
Classic right click comes through.
Should still be all good for them though, don't get me wrong, when the Gravnet does
You think K-Corp can make a run in EMEA? I think K-Corp, out of the teams that aren't already top 4 with the points, K-Corp are the best. They have the best chance to make a run out of the teams that aren't already like the top 4.
No, not really. I mean, you're just not giving any more ulti orbs over towards Talon at this point in time, right? So up with the ship, or rather sync with your opponents. And Boom will just wait to collect themselves and have some ideas on what they want to do in the next round, which is going to be the first real test to see what their defenses are going to look like on Bind as it makes its return.
Yeah. Let's see how the next round comes through. For now, just painting that word picture. You know, just imagine the thumbs up slowly sinking into the water.
You think if franchise was gone, there'd be many teams defeating current VCT teams? Yeah. You talk about teams that are at the bottom of VCT getting beaten by tier 2 for sure.
Their homework for this one, Bind, might not have been their pick exactly.
Frost, yeah. Let's be happy.
Got the judge in Thai's hands now.
Yeah, for both teams, the attacking side is a bit stronger in the history that matters. I'll add as a bit of an asterisk. So.
But the teams that can beat the teams are getting less and less, I would say. Like the tier 1 teams are slowly getting better and better rosters.
With no follow progression because of a good 0 point from Shiro, you do start to wonder, as famous here, is the rotation worth it?
K-Corp over BBL? I still think BBL will make it, but I do think there's a good chance for K-Corp to make a run.
You should be able to just assume that this is going to be one of them reset situations for your opponents. You still want to hang around this A site.
Keep a track of things. It is pretty decent utility that has been traded out, but NC.
I mean, they should get so wrecked here. 4-pass and stack are gonna bust through the smoke. It is a bonus, so let's see what the double satchel judge can do.
Oh yeah, just waiting for those smokes to dissipate. Another abilities refreshed. Another great.
Dude, it's happening again. I told you, dude. There's such a difference between the fade eye timing of landing on land than there is online. Crazy.
Got shot down. Of course, we'll just pick that right back up. A little tap.
Guys, you got to TP out of there, but the TP is great.
Yeah, I think the 0 point actually got destroyed. But
we got the judge waiting for anyone to take the TP. Ooh, it's kind of incredible timing. Molly goes to the plant spot, right? So they got to go for a different one. Oh my god, he did so much damage, dude. Okay, Killua shouldn't be able to win.
In a 1-on-2.
Good flashes, got one more.
And they have all rung out. Now just trying to hold the angle. A laser guardian against the. Oh, they light up! They light up!
There's no way.
Clicked at the perfect time, and it's a
There's no way it ends like that,
Oh,
dude.
you flip a coin on that one.
That's outrageous.
50-50 to result in heads.
That is outrageous.
Disgusting to come on out. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a 1v2.
There goes the bonus. They got a bonus.
They can play this together. The 0 point reveals that he's either an elbow or the corner or side.
Scripted. God, they line up.
Each other. That is really unfortunate to come through.
Timing the swing's incredible.
On the back of that tech pause as well, going into your first gun round, that can definitely be one of those situations where it's hit the buzzer, hit the button, we need to talk, but they don't.
Yeah, I think they time out after this probably. There's not too much they can do. I mean, they had 4 on the right side. I guess maybe you don't stack 4 because you can TP on this map, but Jesus.
Meanwhile, it's just trying to keep Boom entertained at this A site at the moment. When you start to pivot a little bit more your forces towards B.
Minus Ryan, thank you so much, dude. That's a nice shot, though.
Trades from Jit Boys, Outlaw, just a jiggle to confirm his opponent's presence.
Get another sort of scenario for Talent. You pick up that bonus round. This is going to be a free gimme, and it's a gorgeous start on the attacking side of Bind. Great dispatch.
Apela, thanks so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate the 7 months as well. Thank you for that.
Is pretty good, but even Quack, if they do lose a couple of these guns, right? It's some outlaws, you know.
It's a great push from Berserks.
Want to be upgrading them anyway.
So just trying to hold on to this as much as possible. Boom, unfortunately, not able to get within range of any weapon upgrades, and that's just going to be the kill to end the round.
Again, Talon need to get a lot on attack because their comp isn't good on defense. They honestly, what normally happens is it normally ends at like 8-4 with the deadlock comps, and then it ends up being relatively close. So I wouldn't be too worried yet. Is the stream quality bad, dude? I was looking at the quality thinking, could this not be better? Is that me? Yeah, I think I should have clicked that a while ago.
So having 4 rounds so far, pretty darn good for them. If they manage to weather the storm of this next gun round of Booms, I start to question. You know, you're going to need some coach involvement. You're going to need some decisive plays on this defense side.
Soon enough, but for now it's going to be the showstopper from Thigh. He's looking for his mark, but of course,
DOS9, you're a lunatic.
So he stays cautious, but then
God, he did pretty good. Shiro tanked the ult for 21 HP. It's a great flash. My goodness, flashes to the left.
Oh, this timing from NC Slasher. He's caught him on the rotate. Now they're stuck.
Oh, and they've got to watch their backs as well. Cruz turns back around. Primi to try to hold it all down, but with the slight wall bang, it's a
okay,
shot
not too bad though. Not too bad. The good news is for Boom, they got a lot of ults as well, and I think they're looking for the magic number of 4. Anything above 4 is going to be good, and they should be able to string a lot of rounds together, but it's going to get crazy. Talon should be investing all of their ults into this round. So you got 2 people that have to armor rebuy, 2 people that have to gun rebuy. Like they can just reset the econ here.
And they do manage to get their first round.
Jack Val, thank you so much, dude. Good to see you as well. Thank you for the prime.
A lot of mental conditioning done by DOS9 from the previous rounds, you gotta say. I mean, he was so afraid of those smokes that were placed across the site.
Yeah. So we got 2 people to come by next. Kind of one, really. 2-4? Yeah, we'll give him the buy. Okay, flash over the top double swing. Who goes wide?
Primi is just going to be able to dodge this one.
Damn, nice shot. Dude, Primi hears a flash. He's on his own and he refaces when you have a gecko close. That is pure insanity.
Boom. Still trying to hold for these positions.
Hang on a second though. Look like gap. Creep up in towards the lamp. Shiro though aware. And now you're split everywhere as Talon. This starting default across the map. Not looking to be the wisest of choices in round number 6.
Yeah, not quite. 3 left for Talon. Some lanes for each of their own, but whether or not it converts into a kill, that's the question. You got a minute left on the clock, and Jit Boy is trying to sneak his way through.
No way. It's incredible timing, but Berserks is watching it.
Wow. It's really really great play to come from him. I mean, we talk about the Vice switch up to the Viper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's like watching it, but is he actually, or is he just asleep?
My linchpin factor now, though, shifts in towards
Because even though you're watching it because you're meant to watch it.
Getting that kill, has the cosmic defy, but it's the timing on Shiro.
Jesus, guys, come on. You think there's only one person on A holding back here?
Just by sheer positioning alone, and he hears their footsteps, was ready for those 2 kills, and now just down to the last one. A simple
honestly, it's reversed from Boom needing to take a timeout to Talon needing to take a timeout.
Love me some great KO plays to come out there from Shiro.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
From him, Berserk as well. Love the idea. The execution falls over a little bit, but as I said at the beginning of this round, right, you've got a good defensive push to come out from Boom,
I can't believe he re-swings
so far,
this.
We're feeling lacking in decision making on this defensive side. So the fact that they managed to go in with an attempt for that one, it works out, and then they recognize it's a bit of a default play coming through from Talon. It works out for Boom. So this is where
they saw 4 on site before. Yeah, true, but. Well, I'm not even sure they saw the 4 on site before, but there was 4 on site. Bait ult goes in, insta cancel by the KO ult. We had a Prowler.
A little check with the showstopper play as well, but Talon for now will evade most of it straight into its hookah. Decent hold from NC Slasher until Kilo comes back.
Annihilation is out. I'm thinking the Thrash is going to be usable in a post-plant scenario, which can actually be quite devastating.
Talon absolutely owned them.
Does come out to play, but the plant starts to go down. Ill timing on the orbital strike from
Still got Fish short.
4 versus 4 now for a retake.
Deadlock in the after plant. Kill trips looking good.
Where's he positioned? Orbital strike just to give Boom some space across the site. Make that past that choke point, but here comes the Thrash. It will keep them at bay, but not enough for Primi to find a shot.
That was nuts. It's like a pre-fire.
In with the mosh pit. Got some sight lines coming out from Hookah as well, but it's been smoked off. You might go in for a wild spray. That's what is required. Tie in with some shots. Cruise as well. And unfortunately, Boom will not be able to hold around the smoke.
I mean, it's a very nice afterpart for them as well. And basically, as soon as they double hold elbow, as soon as the trips go off, they know to fish, and then he can TP and join the rest of his team as well. Pretty good. One goes back to face, one wraps while they're focusing heavy on sight. It is a nice afterpart from them.
Boom has just immediately answered back and held by Talon.
That second shot into the smoke from Thigh as well. Great awareness, great vibes coming up, and Boom still needing to match the score.
Okay, it's the grab net to long.
A big outlier in the server. I say outlier.
We're gonna fight
not
now.
Really the right word on this one. It's the operator. Is what
Op comes out.
Famous.
1, 2, 3 to come by next.
Success rate as well for them. Last stage, so you have to see impact come
I mean,
from him.
he must have heard the running though, right?
With this big gun.
He's picked it up in the round.
God, my solo Astra's a lunatic. Dude, Killer has done insane, by the way. His teammate is behind the smoke, so it's literally an isolated 2v2.
As well, because the majority of the Boom forces now are still at the wrong side of
Oof,
the map. That
nice
is
shot.
An egregious shot to come through from DOS9.
Oh yeah, Wingman's trolling.
Bit of a hero play. He's been an impactful player for the team back in stage 1, trying to bring like a performance back in, but at the same time, 2-on-2, and it's a rotational play. Jit Boys though, he snuck back in.
Don't know where that wingman was going, by the way.
Hard retake with the op.
Jump over and plant at the back of the site by the looks of it, but nevertheless, 2 versus 2.
0 point close just to clear out the early areas, then back into heaven, but instantly smoked off as well.
You got pain shells, flash, molly.
Set up for it at least, might be able to clear some angles with it. Pop flash to try to bait a reaction out, but Talon stays hidden. Jit Boys with a sudden peek, and it's the last player left. Shiro.
Yeah, it's nicely done, man. Killer's won some important rounds.
Picking up the kill for Talon.
Yeah, he's having some great impact at the moment.
There, to be honest with you, Jit Boys just left to his own devices. The benefit of an Astra as well to be autonomous, to come back to the A site as well.
And that's kind of one of the things that we want to hearken to as well, right? I mean, Boom, yes, we do have Famous. He had the op, was great in stage 1. But talk about talent. You've got these 2 players from the academy team promoted to
Wingman, yeah, he sends it to the back of sight sometimes.
They are no longer greenhorns. They've been going through some agent swaps, sure, but they're showing and stepping up to it.
Now
Look
the
at
eco,
this.
they decide to go aggro. Outlaw, though, can
only.
one-shot everyone. Okay. Okay, we're just swinging once we hit 3 guys. Like, for God's sake.
And Jit Boys Now the old guard of Talon, if we're talking about
you hear two people fire a sheriff, so you both swing individually without util, and you're a fade, and you're a gecko.
They are gonna go in for that fight. And now it's just two left, Primi as well as Jit Boys trying to find what space they can, or at least get them to line themselves up, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh no, yeah, you guys deserve to lose every single gun now. Yeah.
They're all alive.
Well, How to Lose a Map by Talon.
Saving grace of a round for Boom Esports. They should have had
that was an
no
absolute
interest
shocker.
in that round, but that is, well, just a well-placed round to come out from them, and some
Okay,
sharp
Raze
shots
goes
where we're
down.
needing to see some key players
No
step
util.
up from Boom.
No
Famous
util.
has not been hitting his shots just yet, right? For example, so it's good to see that that's there. This should give them the confidence to bring some more stability into this first half.
Jesus Christ.
IGL calling right there, you know, just trying to pull out something unexpected.
Frost,
Your
dude,
opponent just
honestly,
don't read it whatsoever,
I'm not even
because how
blaming
would
him if he
you?
breaks a monitor
But
there. That was
unfortunate,
horrendous.
It is what it is. 3 and 6. Boom still have a ways to go in this first half, Komodo.
Young Yoji with the Prime. Thank you for the 17 months. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, high-low.
Yeah, higher, lower,
Be
lower.
interested to see if Berserks want to deploy this pit over towards B. Do see it be a bit of a deterrent factor on Viper comps.
That's a nice
over
dink though.
towards here, but down to 10 HP. Bit of a rough one for him. Gonna have to go back. And look at the rotation. That's actually bringing 2 cheated rotates from Boom. Second guessed though.
No timeout. Dude, this is such an important round as well.
Really
If Talon lose this, then they go down to eco. God, that round cost them like 3 rounds.
Before they're doing it again, and now
It's going to be a bit of an explosion for them. Killua, one away from the Thrash as well. I'm looking for the time.
Such an important duel on Showers. How patient is Jit Boys.
But we do have NC Slasher trying to pull off a flank. Is he going to be in time?
I mean,
though?
honestly,
It's not
Famous
gonna
did pretty good there.
happen.
He
Jit
threw his
Boys,
nade, and then he knew
they've
that
assaulted the
that would
site.
be the
They are
signal
getting
for him
the
to
spike
go.
down, and even with the smokes, there's
That's
only
when he's
so
like
much
focusing on
downside
sight.
you
I
can
mean, he
do
just
from
hit a
it.
great shot.
Got to consider what do you have in this round for the retake. I mean, Berserks are highlighted
Yeah, they
at
call
10
it safe.
HP. This is
Sure,
gonna
but
head to
again,
the hills, and yeah,
they're still
it is
looking for
gonna
like
have to be the
4.
save here. It's a rough call as well.
Sliggy,
You wanna
change
see
your
Josh
shirt.
potentially even
Dude,
get a
change
couple
your
of exit
Twitch
kills
name.
here, right? He's healthy.
You're
So
living
is
in the
NC
past,
Slasher.
mate.
You
Thank you
play
for the
with
tier 1
economy
and
talent
28
for
Ray
sure.
with the tier
Try to
1.
get
Thank you for
closer
the
to
5
your
months.
ultimate
Thank you,
DOS
thank
as
you.
well. More importantly, right now on our screen, I was going to say Frenzy Slasher has to hit that shot, which he does eventually, but it's damaged now.
What do you
Hold
think
your
after
guns, Boom,
Paper X after their
sure.
EWC
Talon.
run? Where did they come?
You're gonna be
4th? 3rd?
guaranteed 7.
3rd,
You're gonna be
4th?
guaranteed leading at the
Right.
half now.
That'll be fine. They might lose their first game.
That's all they're looking for. Talon.
So it
Slow
came 4th?
ascent back in towards that,
fine, dude.
championship
The problem
mindset,
is that
championship position. Now
time.
Boom also
That's like the
starting
issue.
to see some of the cracks right back in from stage 1 through the group stage. That wasn't that
They'll
much
have a
pressure
little bit
back
of a
then.
rough time. They probably won't
Now
come
you might
top
be
of their
starting to feel
group.
it.
And this is where I kind of...
Jesus, what the hell is that?
Absolutely dirty. This is where I consider as well for this team at Boom, the players have been around Valorant for quite some time, right? You stroll back to 2022, for example, Champs, Famous, and
No
Berserks,
time to
they've
prep,
played there,
yeah.
Famous
The
is a
T1
quiet
should
moment,
beat them.
but
Blames it on the
Dude, if
IGL
T1
network.
don't beat them, they fumbled pretty heavy.
They've had struggles, they've had struggles, they've had ups and downs, they've been in pressure moments, right? But right now, when they've finally made it in towards Tier 1, in towards Pacific, everything is in their hands. They're not in a situation where they have to rely on all these other teams doing these things. They've got to have a good group stage. They've
Paper
got
X
to
are on
put
track for
themselves
champions? Oh, for
into
sure.
playoffs
They're
at
in a
least.
great
They've
spot.
got to try and get in towards champs, right? And you can afford some
They
slip-ups.
can
here and
afford
there,
to have
don't
like
get
a
me
small
wrong, but you
dip for
have
like
to
2
have
weeks,
this
yeah,
winning
if they
mindset.
want.
You have to make sure that you're trying to better yourselves every single round,
Not
every
saying they
single
will,
chance
but
you get. And currently, I've seen a couple of ill decisions that have been made in the map and a couple of lapsing moments from them that they do need to wake up a little
bit. But judging by those
Mime
faces
Freak,
on our
he'll be on the
screen
team
right
for
now,
next
all
year.
decorated across these boxes, you can definitely feel that they're not out of this fight. Of course, new coaching staff as well, Six Fingers and Fields.
More
they've
train
been
stop.
with this
They
team since the beginning
they
of
might
this
even
year.
beat T1.
They are looking to make their
But they
way
shouldn't be
through,
favorites.
For sure. They're not going to drop a single one. They're going to try. They have some ults to work with.
Yeah.
And now they got to bring things to a 5.
Okay, 2 chances for Boom to get this to 4, basically, is where we're at.
He was looking really, really hot. Right now, though, it's a quick one from Talon on the back of that timeout in towards the A site.
DOS9 trying to find some positioning. He's got a bit of support from
Holy.
Shiro, but Primi just dives right in.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Primi, man. He's playing... he's entering with the deadlock, but this was good, though, from them. Smokes off and actually, like, pinch over towards the showers. And they're so... Just the pressure of Jit Boys getting the kill last round, he didn't really have to do too much here as well. Yeah, you guys have to save again. You got up.
Do manage to make their way through. Thai has position. If he gets a kill, that's a showstopper. Uses the pink shells to give himself some distance between himself and his opponent. Killa still marking the positions as well. And he does
honestly, Thai getting this kill? No way. That's how he gets it. He gets a boombot kill to get his ult for the last round.
Of course you want to.
They kind of needed to save to not give him that kill.
Been given chances at the moment to be on the right line with this operator to be able to have any impact with it. It is a bit unlucky.
When do we get Corrode as a map pick? I imagine you're going to see a lot of teams first ban it. At least the teams from EWC, because they would have at least played Bind in the past, right? So they should have a chance. Most of the teams that didn't go to EWC or Toronto when they saw the maps should have been heavy pracking Bind. If they weren't heavy pracking Bind, I don't know what they were doing. Because most of those teams are going to ban Corrode. It's a new map, you float Bind, and then people should be picking Bind fast.
But similarly, the thrash that comes out immediately, and this is just going to be disrespected by TLN.
And meanwhile, it's the judge kill. The first one falls through. He might toss a Dizzy in there, but it's not going to be enough. Have some grenades for distance as well. She will continuing to hold down showers.
Okay, well they got 4 though. I mean, we predicted the 8-4. That is literally the standard when you got a deadlock, no Viper comp.
You lost showers. There's still that Viper's pit that you can't really contest with.
It's very standard. Like Boom are pretty still in this. Even though the score looks.
That elevation play from Cruz. That is
they're not gonna lose this though, right? Mate, you gotta play so much more. Oh, dude, you gotta fade ult. I'm so worried.
Nightfall desperately needed. Cruz, that was
yeah, it's a good eye though. It's a great fade eye.
Coming just in time from DOS9 as well. So it might be a wingman plant, but do they know where NC Slasher is? They check it through the smoke.
No, guys. Why is he playing it?
It's a 3-on-2.
Oh, for God's sake, dude.
Just Berserk's left. He has traded the judge, Phantom.
Okay, chat. For anyone that says we rated Boom too low in plat chat, go watch that round back.
A single shoulder, and that will be over. Cruz takes the final kill, and it's a 9-3 first half for Town. They make their own luck in this game.
Yeah.
Do the casters know what to say?
Not much else that we can say.
No, yeah, it's stun locked, dude.
No, not really.
That's
I mean, I'm looking at that round, and I kind of said it all, right? It's that NC Slasher is on the side, Famous is there, great elevation play to come out from Cruz, a different unexpected angle.
Jesus.
And NC Slasher had to hold down the site or give it and play retake with the rest of the team, because there should have been no business for them to get in. Talon should not have been able to get into that site.
That's why Talon have done their work. That's why they were the ones
the casters actually don't know what to say.
They're showing their experience.
It should have been 10-2. It should have been 10-2. They got given the eco round for free as well.
Too much off of the coach timeouts. They have had a couple of rounds here and there from this first half, but yeah, you just see all the results of it. Still, you know, Talon and Cruz with that elevation play.
For me, it's the fact that Talon are feeling a lot more
do you agree
at the moment on the cameras.
Don't ask me this question. Do you agree with Frost's theory of saving both timeouts for a defense side as the game is super attack sided? This can't be real though. Like, but dude, imagine it. Imagine, sure, I get what you're saying, and I get that there is maybe a small amount of theory that can back that up. Like, I get it. But if you're on attack and you're 0-10 down, you should probably call the timeout. 0-5 down, probably call the timeout. Like, at 0-10, I'm not going. Still good. It's an attack-sided map. We'll get these last like 2 rounds. Come on, man. You can't have set things like that. You can have them where you would maybe lean more heavy into a defense, but to save all of them, that's nuts, dude.
Notice him, notice who. Just unfortunately not quite able to react to it.
Narcizan, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you.
Now we go back into it, and it's Boom on the attack. Prowler checks the corner.
I missed the fan. Ah, dude. I missed the fan because I'm answering a dumb Frost question.
It's a double kill. DOS9 finds a couple as well.
Someone clip it.
Exchange. Wanting to retrieve the spike, but slight pop flash for himself.
Nice shot. Dude, double pistol.
Yep, that's a problematic underarm of the flash drive.
That is just every person brawler.
A risky scenario, right?
Every person brawler long. Primi's got incredible timing. He's here so early that the timing might mess him
He's
up.
had a bit of a shocker in this map so far. He's got to hit some sharp shots.
Oh, it's close.
Has been now, and you got Primi still alive too. If I'm Talon, you know, you got the spike down, you know where he's potentially going to be coming from. You can just disconnect, play for a post plant. You can look for a crossfire. So eventually the jig is going to be up. 30 seconds to go. Berserk is still just shoulder checking a lot of these angles.
Talon's just waiting for that spike to get picked up.
Yeah.
It's going to take one hell of a miracle.
Well, if he does TP, he's going to have to run it. It is the option.
The hesitation.
He's going to stay here because he has to.
10 seconds as
That's
well,
a great shot, man. Double pistol. It's going to be a short one.
Having that duelist confidence, he might not have been on this role before.
Yeah, you might get flashbang 3, 2, 1.
Right now.
Yeah. And that's a pistol round going to
Kill
Talon,
on
who is at the opposite end of the board.
No, dude, he even had the sign saying notice me. Oh my goodness. And I'm drawing on his head. Oh god. Oh no. I'm so sorry to that guy. Oh, it's so disrespectful. I'm drawing on his head. Oh god.
Quite the destructive scoreline for map number 1.
Oh, it's horrendous.
One hell of a mortal wound.
I apologize to that guy. I mean, he got noticed. He did get noticed, but at what cost?
Classics on an attacking round. Best bets to vote for this pistol train, I guess, but it's straight into the sights of this outlaw as well. Thigh marking it, goes in for the peek, confirms his kill.
I actually wouldn't mind him going for some more, to be honest with you. Well, he's hitting his shots. Just let him.
I don't know. You don't really.
At least it was clipped, yeah.
So
I guess so.
Spike planted. We'll let Boom have the spike plant.
Hey, it would have been nicer for me to be ignorant about how disrespectful I am, but here we are.
That pop flash as well. Decent from Shiro, but once again.
Oh, him dead. I feel bad already.
Smokes up from DOS9, trying to allow his team to survive around this site. But ultimately, with the automatic weapons, you can still spray through the
damn, nice from Primi.
Taking space out over
Okay,
from lamps.
just an eco though. Let's see them next with Byron.
Needed to put Talon up.
Why not force it? Do they believe it? And I tell you what, I think that is the right choice. They didn't get the plant down. I think if they haven't practiced if you haven't practiced using the stingers much, then I think it's okay to do this. You can, against this comp on defense, you can kind of clean sweep, but you have to default B.
If you're not converting this, well, yeah, it is most likely GG on this map, unless we see a miracle blessed to Boom.
Yeah, I don't
Is Corrode on this patch? Yeah.
Someplace called Struggle Street. I'm gonna pack up and move. Find something nicer on the next map, perhaps.
Okay, first big buy round. This is a good sign from Boom. Default over towards B again for people that weren't here earlier, because they don't have a Viper comp. If you default over towards B and these angles are open, right, you don't have the wall to rotate. You've got to use the smokes for them. So it's very hard to actually do anything, and you're very aware that you can get shot from hookah or long. So I like this round from Boom. Great shots as well.
To take the challenge, but it's not happening.
This is definitely a Thanos moment for him, isn't it? Fine, I'll do it myself. Shiro, the leader, hitting those headshots. 5 versus 2 in this bonus round of Talons to try and pick up some.
If Corrode is in, which map went out? We lost we lost Pearl and we lost Splat.
Should go their way.
And then we lose Icebox in 2 weeks. Which is great, but then Abyss is coming back, which isn't great. But at least Riot know that those 2 maps are so bad that they can't be in the map all at the same time, and they have to rotate them out. Like, I love that they're aware.
And it's a Judge Komodo.
Yep. See what damage he's going to be able to find here.
Like, the awareness is incredible.
Maybe if you just lose to 1, who's it going to be on the Boom side? I think just more importantly, it's the fact that Boom have won.
What about Bind? What about Breeze? I think they're aware that Breeze is a bad map as well, and I think they put it in after champs for the off season. Then as soon as the season starts, they get rid of it again. I think Riot, as much as they messed up with the maps, I think they're very aware that they're bad maps. Like I think they're really on it.
You never quite know.
I've got nothing but respect for that.
Still a fantastic round for Boom.
Yeah,
can we get Breeze? Yeah, you'll get it for your off-season. Don't worry about that.
To find 3 individual peaks. It goes to say that TLN aren't peaking that one together, giving options to Boom, but also...
Why is Abyss bad? I got no options, man. It's the same as Icebox. Like, if I lose, I have no options on defense. If they take A main or B main, I can't do anything. I can rotate or I can push them. Or I hold sight and die.
DOS9 finding every single one of it.
On a map, if you can't be proactive on defense, it's just a bad map. This is so funny, man. Talon, I think Talon have played this comp enough to know that majority of the time, if they play defensive, they get wrecked. So we've seen 2 rounds now. One on the bonus where they push short, and then one where they 3-person who die in the same spot, basically.
Does give Premier a little bit of time to start to just gallivant around and find some information, but ultimately it's just going to be...
Will we get a Sage on Abyss this time around? I mean, BBL played an incredible Sage.
See, this is what you can really admire about this Champions mindset as well. Boom, they might have been suffering heavy losses in this scoreline from before, but
I'm not saying they'll do it again, but I had great theory behind it.
As to how Primi might be playing. Marking towards the back of B Long right now is Berserks.
I mean, this is just a save for Primi too. Don't mind it. You don't want to give away.
Vitality is back? Question mark? Don't know, man. It is a question mark. Great question.
So you definitely have to give him just the understandable situation here, Primi. Bad luck for the team of talent, but they've still got so much.
Is Breeze worse than Abyss? I would always say that Breeze is better than Abyss and Icebox personally, but I think it's a personal preference thing.
I wouldn't be feeling too pressured as talent here whatsoever.
Not too much. Still saving. 1 away from the annihilation for Primi. But yeah, you know, a couple rounds could always turn into a couple more as well. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I mean, not exactly.
How about Bind? Bind's a great map.
Close out the map that quick, but you never quite know. Boom. They still have a ways to go.
The cool thing about Bind, and I was a little bit gutted when it got taken out, is like the Bind meta was so open. Bind meta was so open.
Is famous isn't really getting active in a lot of these duels on the
dude, this could get close.
He's the one that kind of has to be hitting a lot of shots when it comes to this roster, alongside DOS9 currently.
Like there were like three variations of comps before Bind went out that were getting played. It was like this one. It was essentially Talons, but maybe there was the Vice instead. There was the standards. The Viper Brim, and then some people had like the Cypher as well, I guess. What was the other one?
If he was able to find that kill, I mean, it kind of changed
the other one was
the story of this round.
Just the Vice one, right? I guess.
They might get rinsed.
Crew, which was the Crew one? Was Crew not Deadlock Vice?
So that's enough information for Boom. They could even go in for a TP play if they read it right. But Primi still alive from before.
Oh god, it's a good ult, no? Holy. Oh god. Holy, dude, no, they lost like this. There was a hero gun and that's it. Primi did so good, man. Primi did so good. The Viper Vice. Oh, dude, the Viper Vice was so nice. Yeah, Viper Vice was cool. Wait, Crew have a good map pull.
That is a
Crew looked the best on Corrode as well.
To come through from Boom. That is the wrong decision to come through
Jesus,
from
how is that
and a showstopper utilized for Talon to get the job done, but more importantly, they just got the job done. They've given themselves a thrifty onto map point, and they have 7 of them to play with.
That was just a blistering round. Fantastic read coming out from Cruz and Primi to stall and hold all of them now as well. Boom you gotta anticipate that they might not really want to challenge this position again, but you know, considering what the score is,
7
they're
chances.
just gonna go in for it. Full dive
It might just end here with the ults.
I'm surprised that they just want to go for the plan completely and struggle in a 5 versus 5. The knife
Shiro. Okay, they all got to play pretty close over towards side. They're against the Astra ult and they haven't taken showers. Like, this ult here could be absolutely devastating. Yeah, it's a great KO ult though. Delays that ult for a little bit longer. As soon as this goes down, you should probably see Astra tuck in, use ult. Astra tucks in.
Boom. Oh, still hovering around. Thigh with the
Wait, that's such an important kill.
Just kind of sidestep his way into
Damn, no. No Astra.
On towards the 0 point as well. It's information at least, but of course just waiting for the ult to ring out.
I got mad respect. They look at their ults and realize they can have a better chance.
Even with the numbers, Talon just trying to do as much damage as possible.
There's a world that this is a really good sign for Talon.
So scrappy.
I would say 4 out of 5 Astra's using their ults there. Is he not using his ult because he knows he's against a Brim ult and a Raze ult? I mean, it was only Brim ult when they planted.
Shots were just woeful to come through. I think a big bailout actually was the fact that Shiro's 0 points hit targets at the right timing when needed in the beginning of that entry, at the tail end of that hold as well. If you give Talon a couple of their abilities,
what's the best corrode I've seen?
The
best corrode has been Cruz so far, but we didn't see many rounds of it, only defense. They look like they have the best read on it.
After the spike goes off as well, Thigh holding on to it.
FPX are a pretty cool read.
This could be a way to stop the showstopper as well.
They were helped out a little bit by Wolves not understanding defense.
Back into safety where Cruz then pepper some shots through the smoke just to check.
Yeah. Sky smoke out.
Famous is thinking about launching in.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter who
Did they have the Odin out?
This Sky smoke, right? It's
Crew? I can't remember. They must have.
Before a potential explosion in towards the site that has the Sentinel utility of Primi. Those sensors, they're going to wreck you.
Well, what's it going to be? Now, this is where you kind of look to your IGL, Shiro, trying to figure out as much as possible. It will still be the commitment into the B site. Shiro with a slight lurk.
God, they're very proactive. It's nice from Talon. Primi still alive. Oh, he's so dead now.
Able to avoid it.
Oh, he got done.
Great timing on the lock here, though. Oh boy, oh boy, oh no! Did he?
Right now, Berserks is dead at 2 rights from behind his Jit Boys, but they've
Did he not hit?
A bit of time, haven't they?
What,
3 versus 3.
Okay.
The Jit Boys had him early.
But look at Boom as well.
God, that was wild. That's literally the round. Ult goes in, isolate 2 on site.
So even with the smokes, even with the nades being tossed out,
the big 1v1 on long at the moment.
And there it is, the spray down, online for an ace. If anything, Cruz trying not to give it to him, but
damn, bro, nice rounds.
Pick it up.
If they got that, if they got the 4 that we were talking about on defense, it might have been on.
The puzzle for Boom. And he is here to party, he is here to play. An ace to be picked up, the first one of stage 2. Maybe globally, not sure. Cian's already started.
Yeah, who knows, but well, we don't have to road for now. What it is, though, is gotta go away to come back. Famous, he might have been absent, but he's always been here, and this proves it outright. Timeout now being called, and with a round like that, you certainly hope to see Boom coming back in just to push us into overtime.
Yeah, well, there's 2 timeouts that Talon had to deploy
here,
so utilizing one of them.
It's a nice early timeout for them.
Have we got enough information as Jovi and as Frost to kind of seal the deal on this map just yet, or are we starting to feel like momentum is going Boom's way? They're starting to make some good decisions. We need to start to make a little bit of better decisions because we've seen some sloppiness in our rotations and in our shots that we're trying to go out and hit, right? Thigh is taking a lot of these risky angles at the moment. Cruz has been on the same kind of one and done line a little bit, so we want to start to see a little bit of shifting come out from them, and I think it's great timing for a timeout right now. It's not like it's 12 to 11 and we're just
how's Boom looking so far?
Oh my God, they've started to make this comeback.
I mean, it looked a little rough on defense.
I couldn't agree more. This is when the coach intervention
is just the comp they're up against.
Definitely wanted. This is when, especially in situations like these, score lines like these, that your mental gets tested.
And just while we've got the pistols for Talon here as well, that timeout can absolutely be used when you know that 2 more ults are coming online in the next round. Primi and Killua with an Annihilation and a Thrash can be great retake or great deterrent ultimates for any sort of hit and post-plant that Boom might look to play with.
Oh yeah, if they end this map with a 13...
4-person stack.
Oh, that's ridiculous. No. It's probably going to be for the next round, but I'm just saying, you know, what if?
Boy.
But here we go, Boom. Not going to give it to
Wait, that was kind of nice. Wait, that was really nice. That was a nice take for the eco. You know that most likely there's going to be a shotgun here. You flash, nade, wait for a swing, and then nade deep after. That was good.
That does most of the damage. Just hiding inside the sky smoke. Trying to avoid that boombot for sure.
Darkling Carpet with the Prime, thank you so much for the 17 months. No, I'm not too sure. There's definitely certain maps that they don't let in the pool for too long, and that's one of them.
Dangerous on broadcast, Quack. To bring us into overtime, and when we think of overtime for Boom on this map, I think the biggest thing.
What do you think of the EWC finals? I didn't watch it, I only looked at the scoreboard. It looks like it was a crazy final. I said it earlier. To lose 2 maps that heavy, and then win is kind of nuts. It looked like a sick final.
The fact that they're still here,
exactly.
They're still here, yeah, against an undefeated Simpressa, by the way. That run was gorgeous. But here we go. This is what that timeout previously potentially could have come out towards.
Bade Eye deep, Prowler here. They cleared all of this. The only place they could be is behind the box. 3-person can stick strong over towards A. They hear the ult, they hide in the smokes, they push showers. Okay, they got... Damn, that did so much.
Regrouping together, but Killua, having stayed
hidden inside bro, Killua's great, man. As official, if he can get into this corner or get any kind of safety. No way. Damn, Killua just made this the easiest round ever.
Quick in with the fish ult as well, and it just forces.
Oi, my shots are really off.
Primi takes it down, and it's just Berserk's left. Desperate with a snake bite, but he's been cordoned off. No chance, and making his way back.
What a round from Killua. Killua actually had a sick map, man. I'm not sure if he top fragged, but at least like impact from what I'm watching was outrageous. He won 3 rounds on his own, and they were all like really big rounds. Okay, Boom lose their map pick, and yeah, it was a little rough. Maybe they struggled against the comp slightly. But yeah, I think Talon did look good. I think the fact that they were very proactive on their defense as well is a great sign.